Joining me now for more from New York City is Sanjay Wijesekera. He is the global head of UNICEF's Water Sanitation and Hygiene program. And Sanjay, I'd seen an interview with you a while back where you said 2.5 billion people worldwide were without sanitation, 700 million with no access to drinking water. Have we made a dent in those numbers, or are they still accurate?
Well, they're the latest figures we have, and they're figures that UNICEF and WHO collect on behalf of the UN system. And they're the latest figures that from 2010. But I think progress has been tremendous over the last couple of decades. 2 billion people have gained access to drinking water, and 1.8 billion people have gained access to sanitation. So progress is being made, but as you indicated with those numbers, there's a long way to go still.
Those seem so staggering, and yet, as you say, there's been progress. And let's take China, for example. I know China and India are making headway. We just saw this piece of what's happening there in China. Can you describe for us what we've seen there in those two countries?
Yeah, taking China first. The progress has been tremendous. According to our figures, 593 million people have gained access to sanitation, and about 450 million people have gained access to safe drinking water. So that's a huge feat. Nevertheless, there's still a lot of work to do, and quite often the people who've been left behind in this progress are very often the hardest to reach.
Sanjay, what keeps you up at night?
Well, I think it's my last point that there's a group of people who are being left behind from this great progress that the world is making, and these tend to be the poorest and the most marginalized people, and it makes a big difference because clean water, sanitation, proper hygiene results in many child deaths. 2,000 children die every day because of diarrheal diseases. That's probably about 20 busloads of children every day. We can prevent this because we know we have the technology, we have the know-how. We just have to make it a centerpiece of our political agenda.
But simple solutions, I imagine if there are simple solutions, we wouldn't be talking about this. What are some steps that can be taken, though, right now that could make a difference?
Well, there are a number of things. One of the things, if taking sanitation, is to move to a focus on changing behaviors, because quite often it's not so much the fact that people are given a toilet that makes them use it, but it is focusing on a change in behavior where communities start demanding toilets. And that results in a kind of local entrepreneurs and a market response where cheaper products are made available to the poorest communities, so that then you have a balance between a demand being created and products being available for people to buy that are affordable even for the poorest people.
Sanjay, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us from New York this evening. Appreciate it.